Devon McCall makes that tackle, but another nice gain on first down, gain of about 8 there, Luke. And the Huskies are really moving the ball quite impressively here to start the first possession.
Yeah, a lot of experience there. We have to find out who number 14 is, Shannon, and that young man has touched the ball the first 2 times. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, and we are live on YouTube. 14 gets the ball again, breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2. And again, another first down. I think he's finally pushed out. That looks like maybe Ronski or Davis on the tackle there. I'm not sure, but we are live, guys. If you weren't with us.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Cade Anastasia with a nice leaping catch. And again, Jamison, yeah, gain of 9 on first down. Second and, let's see, gain of, yeah, it looks like it's going to be second and a long one here.
And I don't know if you noticed, but Matt Lauder made that first defender miss. And that is a huge, huge improvement. He's not trying to run over people in the backfield. He's getting past them and running over the second guy.
Whitfield keeps it this time and is going to get, Fredonia's right back to the line of scrimmage, takes the snap, gives it to Lauder this time, and he is tackled in the backfield by number 15 of the Huskies. You know, Luke, it'd be a lot easier if they put these in numerical order on the sheet. They're all over the place. That is Julius Childs, a senior linebacker, making a tackle, bring up no gain. Third and short. Whitfield gets the call here, looking to answer. And he's going to keep it himself again, and he goes untouched into the end zone for a Hillbilly touchdown. Huge hole along the right side there, Luke.
You know, Olean has to pick their poison. Are they going to defend all the wide receivers, or are they going to put a couple guys on Whitfield? And Whitfield made the correct decision once again.
Yeah, 5:27, Fredonia 6, Olean 7, and we have Sal Tabone on to attempt the extra point. We got a couple soccer players on to kick for the Hillbillies this year, which is a huge advantage. Ethan Fry holding. And let's see how Sal does here. Junior, first extra point attempt. Snap is down, and the kick is good, and then some. What a nice leg there Tabone showed. And it's an advantage to have those soccer kickers. It really is a nice weapon. It's something Fredonia has struggled with a little bit in the past seasons. So that ties it up, and what an answer by the Hillbillies,
Yep.
Lou.
Yeah, big shout out to the soccer program under Jim Rush here, defending sectional champions for the first time in 35 years, I believe, Shannon. And they have some boys that can kick, and it's so nice that everybody shares athletes.
Yeah, they really did. Had a great season. I believe it was against Allegheny Limestone last year in the sectional championship. And unfortunately for them, there was no state run after they won that section championship. But anyone that follows local soccer knows Allegheny Limestone has been a powerhouse for years, and that was a huge win for them. And Sal Tabone, as a sophomore, was a big part of that. And good luck to the soccer team this year, too. They lost a lot of players, but they got some guys back this year as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, but a great run, great drive by Fredonia. Really answered the call. That's just what the old doctor ordered.
Absolutely. Sal Tabone will be kicking off for the Hillbillies as well. Let's see, back to return for the Huskies. Now, they do have Silva's back. Is he going to be a deep guy? So, I mean, that's one of those calls. He's one of your best athletes, but do you put your quarterback returning kickoffs? And he is back there. You also have, is that 14, Luke? The deep guy.
14, yep.
And I don't think we haven't figured out name of 14 yet either. He's not on the roster we were given. Big kick by Tabone, landed about the 12-yard line, is going to roll into the end zone for the touchback. And what a weapon that is. Sal Tabone booming it over the returner's head and getting the touchback.
I'd like to know how many touchbacks there are in high school football, Shannon.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. And again, one of the biggest fears of any special team coach is you're kicking the ball back to the other team's best athletes, and it's a real yard line. Big down here for the Hillbilly defense. Let's see if they can get that stop. Going back to two safeties. Got McCall and Davis deep now. McCall is a linebacker normally, dropping back for looking for pass, and it is a pass play. Swing pass to light, and no one's there. Micah Davis on the coverage, and he was under heavy pressure once again. Silva's there. Good stop by the Fredonia defense, and it's going to bring on the punt team of the Huskies.
Yep, Farnham had a great push, as did number 55 for Fredonia. They were both in there. Alex Paluk.
That's Alex Paluk. And Alex Paluk, like we talked about last year, came back out for first time in a number of years and came on real strong at the end of the season. Is continuing here. Back to return the punt. You got number 1, Simon Davis, and number 13, Jamison Quinn. I think he's wearing 13 this year. Got to get used to the new numbers still. And Fredonia didn't do me any favors here with the number order either. But it looks like a timeout here for the Huskies. Getting the right 11 on the field. So 4:01 remaining in the first quarter. Scores tied 7-7. Fredonia is looking to get the ball back, and they should get good field position here, punting from their own 21-yard line after 10.
Silvis at quarterback, and 5 returning players from their playoff team last year that lost to Iroquois when Riley Silvis had an injury and could not return. So Olean is they graduated quite a few kids, but they seem to have put things back together. Coach Vecchio looks like he's done an amazing
Silvis
job.
is back to punt here. Motion to the left side, and Silvis gets off a short punt. Quinn singles for, oh, wow. What a great catch there. He kind of overrun it a little bit, and that is an incredibly difficult catch there by Quinn. He was able to stay with it in Husky territory. Fair caught it right at the 47-yard line. Lose the screen here. All right, here goes Hillbilly's third possession of the game, looking to take the lead for the first time. 3:53 remaining in the first quarter. Fredonia's great field position this time, their best of the season, really, first game, in Husky territory at the Husky 47-yard line. Great defensive stance by the defense, 3 and out.
Yeah, both teams now have a 3 and out to their credit on defense, and both teams have had a long drive.
And you hear the student section over there getting into the game, and the stands are really starting to fill in here for the season open for the Hillbillies. Whitfield takes a snap, gives it to Lauder up the middle. Nice first yard gain of around 4 yards, maybe 3 to 4 yards here. So good run on first down. Second and a short 7. And Fredonia's right back to the line of scrimmage. They will not huddle up often. If you haven't watched this Fredonia offense in the past, they get right to line of scrimmage. And Coach Balvino barks in the play, and Whitfield has it quickly, and here we go. Gives it to Lauder once again. And he's going to make it out to around, what's that, 39-yard line? Yeah, just past the 39.
Another 3.5 yards.
So it's going to be third and about 2. They got to get to the 37-yard line for the first down. Whitfield takes the snap, and he's going to keep it himself this time, and he's going to get the first down, but takes a big hit there. That's number 52 of Olean.
Olean is getting to the holes to slow down Whitfield.
That's Danny Havers, a sophomore linebacker there. Put a nice hit. Oh, short pooch kick. It's fielded about the 36. And Sam Asrad on the tackle, so I don't know if that was planned or mishit by a near. But either way, that was not so great for the Hillbillies, and the Huskies are in a great field position at their own 45.
Yeah, he has a unique placement of the football. Did you notice how he had it? I don't know if he used the tee or not. I think he just put it right on the ground.
I think he had a tee because he's going out to get it or look for it right now.
Oh, they got it. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I couldn't see it.
It is a lower tee, though. There are multiple styles, so that's a good point. Yeah, it's definitely a shorter, more round. Yeah, it's like a round tee there.
Yeah, on turf, that might be just the ticket, but,
On the Orange Bowl grass, maybe not. So let's see if the Huskies can rebound. Silva's play action, looking short. Wide open receiver, and he tried to catch it with one hand for no reason there, I don't think. And it's going to be a drop. And that was Bryson Wright. Ball's going to be spotted. Oh, it looks like Huskies are going to settle to take that to the end of the first quarter. So with that, we have a score of Fredonia Hillbillies 14, Olean Huskies 7, with the Huskies driving, looking to tie or take the lead. So, Luke, while we have a little moment to catch our breath, and, if you're on air right now or you're going to have to watch us back and replay, I know we're having some technical difficulties here, a little rust and getting things to work. Bear with us. We apologize for that, but we will get things going. But, Luke, what's initial reactions, thoughts of what you've seen from the Hillbillies so far?
I'm impressed. They're organized. They had a couple good play drives. They took what the defense was giving them. I think that is just such a key in high school sports, realizing what the other team is giving you and taking advantage of it. When they tried to stop Whitfield, he was able to hit Ronski. When they tried to stop Ronski and the rest of the wide receivers, Whitfield had some daylight, as did Lauder. I think it's really quite impressive. It's a good showing so far.
Yeah, it seems like a very balanced attack. You got the running game of Lauder and Whitfield, and then obviously the aerial attack, which really has been all Brandon Ronski through the air without a doubt. The junior really having a nice first quarter of the season, and he missed all of summer passing league with a leg injury. So obviously he's healed and looking outstanding out there. And you got Ronski, but you got three other great receivers for Fredonia too. So it's going to be a tough offense to stop if they can run and pass throughout the season like this. But it all starts with that offensive line, giving Whitfield time and creating running lanes for Lauder.
Yeah, I don't believe Whit's been hit in the backfield yet on a passing play, which is quite
that
impressive.
first possession, he probably ran it a little soon, and then when they went 3 and out, other than that, he's really had lots of time to throw. Silvas takes the snap to start, false start on the Huskies in the backfield. And that's a big mistake here. Let's see if the Hillbilly defense can take advantage of it. That'll make it 1st down and 15. It's going to push it back to right around the 22, I think. Let's see where they spot it. No, close to the 21, my bad. It'll be 1st and 15 after the false start against Huskies. And again, let's see if that Hillbilly defense can take advantage of that. One back next to Silvas.
They have 14 in the slot on the left.
And Silvas is going to keep it himself this time, but nothing there. It's a great job there. Let's see who was that D lineman that hit him first.
Mr. Martinez.
That was Izzy Martinez. Waiting for Silvas. Gain of, let's see, they're going to spot, give him some forward progress. Gain of about 2. Looks like they're going to spot it right around the 19, so it'll be 2nd down and 13 for the Huskies.
I feel like we're in the I formation in the booth up here, Shannon.
Yeah, right. And let's see what the Huskies are going to call here in 2nd down and long. Ball inside the red zone here, and as an offense, you always want to convert when you get a possession inside the red zone. Motion here, Silvas takes a snap, dropping back for pass, looking deep. Quinn on the great coverage by Jamison Quinn, this time deflecting that pass intended for number 21.
At the last moment, Quinn got a hand up and batted that ball away.
Yeah, good job there by the sophomore. And again, earlier he was beaten on that touchdown pass, but it wasn't him. That was more a height advantage. But this time he was equal to the task and able to knock it away. So that's going to bring up 3rd and long. Again, inside the 20 like this, you're obviously thinking 4-down territory, Luke, but they really need to get some positive yardage, at least up to 10 here, to give them a real chance to convert on the 4th down. Silvas takes it, looking, rolling to his left, passing over the middle, and it is.
Oh, he dropped it.
Drops it at the last second. Wow. Silvas takes it, looking, rolling to his left, passing over the middle, and it is.
Oh, he dropped it.
Great effort, just falls incomplete. 4th and long. Good job by the officials there being right on top of that, because from this distance it looked like a touchdown at first.
It did.
Again, and we're keeping the defensive line fresh here, which is a real advantage for the Hillbillies. You see Rush and Skelly coming in, trying to get some pass pressure up the middle. Silvas is going to take the snap, one back to his right. Looking deep, he's got pressure right away. He's got the scramble. He knows he has to throw. He's got a receiver wide open. There's a breakdown there, and that is going to be a touchdown to number 21. Rush and Skelly coming in, trying to get some pass pressure up the middle. Silvas is going to take the snap, one back to his right. Looking deep, he's got pressure right away. He's got the scramble. He knows he has to throw. He's got a receiver wide open. There's a breakdown there, and that is going to be a touchdown to. Looks like that might have been Jamison Quinn out there. Lost track of his receiver. Not sure if that was his guy or not. It's hard to know responsibilities from the booth. But either way, the Huskies have a chance to tie this game up with Silvas on to attempt the extra point. Bad snap. Good job by the holder getting that down. But that interrupted the Silvas kicking motion, and it's going to be wide left, so the Fredonias catch a break there. The Hillbillies are still going to be up 14-13, 10:36 remaining in the second quarter. Luke, I want to say that was a great point that you just made on Silvas. A lot of more inexperienced quarterbacks wouldn't have stopped before the line of scrimmage there and took off running, and he may or may not have even gotten the 1st down, but he showed a lot of patience, stepped up, looked for his open receiver, and threatening the run, probably messed with the corner a little bit. Say that was a great point that you just made on Silvas. A lot of more inexperienced quarterbacks wouldn't have stopped before the line of scrimmage there and took off running, and he may or may not have
catch. But what a great play to run Brett Favre-like, running one way, throwing against his body, going the other way. That's impressive.
Yeah, and that's a great point too. That touchdown pass, it could have been a touchdown pass in the end zone the play before, was definitely right there, and the throw across your body like. Davis and Quinn back to return this kickoff. Fredonia is up by 1, 10:36 remaining.
And just the subtle things of the game. Fredonia is out there and ready for the kick return. Olean a little bit late after that touchdown. Must have had a little meeting of the minds on the sidelines. And these are subtle things during the game to see which team is more organized and which team is more ready to play.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Huskies had to call timeout early in the first half because they didn't have the right guys on the field. I believe it was for a punt. And those timeouts, especially in the second half, can really hurt you.
But it's also the difference, Olean with only 5 returning players. Fredonia has many returning players, so it's a big difference.
Short kickoff caught by Micah Davis, returning it out to about the 40. Let's see where Bongiovanni's going to set that. Maybe the 47-yard line. Have one guy to beat. Davis stepping up and catching the short kickoff and giving the Fredonia offense another good field position.
Very
46.
True. And actually, as Micah Davis was coming over, right at the 50-yard line in front of the Fredonia bench, historically has been the worst footing on this field ever. You can't cut. Fast kids become.
Another good field position. Footing on this field, Luke.
Well, there's better footing, but the footing right in front of the Fredonia bench historically has been a.
Whitfield gives it to Lauder, breaks the first tackle, and is going to get a first down, dragging 3 Husky defenders. Actually, he might be a few inches short here. Ball's going to be spotted right at the 45, so I think it's going to be second down in inches. And that gives Palvino, the play caller of Fredonia, a ton of options here. You could throw it deep, look, you get the running first down on third down, or 3 Husky defenders. Actually, he's down on second and inches. Tough play, tough position for the defense.
Lauder with a hard run there, 2 hands on the ball.
And they give it to Lauder, and he's going to get a first down. And once again, sign of a good back. Never falls back, always falls forward, dragging defenders, and that's just what Matt Lauder did there. And getting a hillbilly first down. Give it to Lauder, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. He might get about a yard, maybe. Ball came loose. Officials are calling him down or forward progress stop, so no turnover here.
Little counterplay that time. Looks like the guard missed his block as he was coming over once he pulled, and Lauder hit the hole, and there's a couple guys waiting for him. Just a little miscue, but those are the subtle things.
Yeah, and there's no gain on the play. It'll be second down and 10, and this might be a good time to air it out, Luke. Look at this defense. You got 3 guys back, and it's going to be a little jet sweep play of their own. McCall gets it, breaks a tackle, has a first down. Going to be brought down around the 20, and that's not a play we saw at all last year. You and I were talking about before the game. I talked about it all last season. Get the ball to the outside, give it to those slot receivers, and it really worked there.
Yeah, I think last year I was yelling at the television agreeing with you, Shannon.
So McCall gets it out to the 21-yard line. Nice play there by the Hillbillies. That's just another threat, another thing the defense has to worry about. Whitfield takes it himself this time, dancing around. Not a lot of room. I got to give it to that front 4 of the Husky defense there. They're outmanned, they're outsized, but they're really battling and holding their own. Nothing's easy up the middle so far.
And it seems like Olean's taking away the short side of the field. They're doing a nice job of keeping containment.
Looks like we're going to go trips left, single receiver right. Last year you saw a lot of this with Putney alone, and it would be a deep post. Davis is out there this time. You got Ronsky, Quinn, and Fry to the left, and there's a pre-snap flag. Let's see what that's going to be. It's probably, I would say, going to be more of a false start, and it is against Fredonia. It's going to make it second down and right around 13 yards, and that's a big mistake for the Hillbillies.
It's the 3rd penalty on Fredonia tonight.
Yeah, 2 false starts and unsportsmanlike, I believe, Luke. So here we go, same formation. You got trips to the left. Oh, another pre-snap, and it was going. Another false start, back-to-back false start penalties for the Hillbillies. And that can be a real drive killer. Are we back online, Chip? We are back. I hope some of you have stuck around and waited for us. Again, little technical difficulties. There's 4 of you out there. We appreciate your patience. 54. Absolutely. That's fantastic. That's a lot better than 4, Chip. Sorry about that. So now we got second down in about 18 for the Hillbillies. Twins left. Actually, empty backfield. Trips left. Pass is intended for, let's see, the receiver, McCall. Falls incomplete. It's going to be third down and 18. So we had an empty backfield there. Trips left, Twins right. The pass falls incomplete. And again, you're in 4-down territory, so you don't have to get all 18 in one play here. You get positive yardages, give yourself a chance on 4th down to pick up that first down.
This is deep breath time. You know,
deep breath time.
Whitfield just needs to take a deep breath, hit the open receiver.
This time he's looking to his left again. Nothing there. He's going to take off. He's got some room. Gets a block from McCall. And he's going to be short of the first down, but that's a nice gain on 3rd and long to give themselves a chance like we were talking about on 4th down. Let's see where he is. It's going to be 4th down. Ball's at what, the 15, Luke? 14?
Yeah, I'm watching the replay. Impressive.
4th and 4, so gain of 14 on the play. Let's see what Palvino comes up with here on the big down for the Hillbillies. Whitfield takes a snap, looking to his right, rolling to his right, looking, and he is going to be sacked. Couldn't find a receiver there, and it will be a turnover and down. And a big stop by the Huskies for you Husky fans out there watching.
I think the Enchanted Mountain area just roared a little bit, Shannon. As Witt was tracked down from behind by number 10 and wrapped up. Witt did a nice job hanging on to the ball.
That would be Ryan Eisenberg, a sophomore linebacker, making a big play for the Huskies. And, you know, the real drive killer was back-to-back false starts. You know, that killed all momentum. If it wasn't for that, they would have had a first down on Whitfield's run. So those penalties really hurt the Hillbillies there. And let's see if they can get a stop and get the ball back. With 6:32 remaining in the first half. Once again, and Chip's got the score up there. Fredonia 14, Olean 13. Great job. And again, we apologize for technical difficulties. We will get it here going and giving you a high-quality broadcast. Motion to the right, and he gives it to that motion. Strings out, and he's going to get the edge, and there's going to be a holding penalty there. Davis makes a tackle, but it's not going to matter because McCall was held at the edge there, if you saw it. And then I'm guessing, purely guessing, McCall's lobbying for it, but I don't think he needs to. Let's see, and it is holding against the Huskies, but if you watch that, I don't know if there was replay or not on that, but McCall's got to be real careful there. He did take a quick step to the inside, and if you got containment, you cannot do that. But he kept battling and drew the holding penalty, and that'll push the Huskies way back into their own territory here. It's from the spot of the foul, so let's see. It looks like they started around the 22. That'll put it right around the 12, maybe the 11-yard line. So they need to get to the 30, it looks like, for a first down. So that's from the spot of it'll be a 9-yard penalty, first down and 19 from your own 11. That's a big break from the Hillbillies, and they need to take advantage of this and get the ball back and get another score before the half.
One-on-one on the outside.
Silvas gives it to the upback, and it comes right down hard. Let's see that end there. That's Alex Paluk, I believe. Yeah, that's Alex Paluk. A nice tackle coming off the end, crashing down hard. gain of about 4. So it'll be 2nd down and 15 for the Huskies.
And isn't it so nice to look down at this end of the field? I don't know if the folks can see it on the television and see the new scoreboard in the end zone.
Absolutely. We can tell the real score. And a big shout out to the Fredonia Beaver Club who paid in full for that and donated that scoreboard to us. You know, I definitely criticized the scoreboard for years, so thanks for pointing that out, Luke, because it is fantastic to see that and shows what kind of community we have. Quick hitch pass out from Silvis, breaks one tackle, gets the edge. Containment is given up again, and Lauder does a nice job hustling out there to make that tackle, but we can't keep losing containment out there. You can't bite in, and if you see this on replay, that corner is the right corner. You take a step inside because you see him on the inside. See that hitch move? And there's the corner also in on the inside, and that'll cost you every single time. You have to stay outside. There's no help outside of you. There's 10 other guys inside of you.
It's impressive that Lauder got back there to save that touchdown.
Absolutely. And no one will ever criticize Matt Lauder of not hustling. Speaking of the Lauders, a big shout out to the Lauder family for donating the pre-game meal today for the Hillbillies. Very generous of you. Silvis on the pass. Nobody. Ronski actually was the closest receiver on that play, but could not come up with a pick, so it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Silvis has been sharp, and on other plays, he's been a little bit hurried in the backfield. So it's an interesting dynamic that he's working with. Fredonia's getting some good pressure that's speeding him up a little bit.
Yeah, he's definitely, you can tell he's a veteran quarterback, making some very experienced plays. It'd be interesting to know, and you know, Olean being a little farther away, non-league, to know how many receivers are returning here. And oh, there we are in the booth. Thanks for making me look good, Luke.
Yeah, thanks, man. I have a face for radio.
Yeah, right. I think we both do. 2nd down and 10. Silvis is going to keep this one. Nothing there is going to bounce out. Davis misses the tackle. And Silvis is going to turn nothing into something here, and we have a late flag. And let's see, McCall in number 2. Devon McCall in number 2 of the Huskies are mixing it up. Let's see who the penalty is going to be on. That's Zach Byrne. And he's down on the ground here, a little shaken up. It will be an unsportsmanlike penalty against McCall, and that will be a 15-yard penalty. And another big emotional mistake by the Hillbillies. The penalties are really hurting them. The 2 false starts. You know, you had the unsportsmanlike on the opening, on the punt there. They got them back, and the Huskies went down and scored. The 3rd drive, that they could have gone a 4th drive, but 3rd scoring opportunity by Hillbillies were messed up by the 2 false starts, and now a big 2nd undisciplined penalty there, really 4th if you're talking about the 4 starts. And Luke, give a big sponsor shout out to DFT Communications. Thank you for your support, and not to mention employing me. I appreciate that.
DFT is always ready, willing, and able to help out with any event the village of Fredonia needs and the area, and they are a real asset.
So, you know, and the Fredonia coaches pointed out that it wasn't just McCall, but, you know, the 2nd guy, oftentimes the one that get caught. I didn't see the first thing, but both of them were mixing up. McCall's the one that got the flag because he threw the guy down at the end of the play. And again, you know, the emotions took it better, but that's going to put Huskies all the way down to the Hillbilly 46-yard line. 1st down and 10.
Yep, and it'll be a gut check time for both teams. You know, which team can do a better job at turning their team around, keeping everybody's composure. That's a real testament to the coaching staffs, and it'll be interesting to watch.
And the Huskies did take a timeout there after the penalty. So a lot of confusion out there. I don't think the Fredonia coaches even knew there was a timeout called. .457 remaining. And honestly, look, we have, minus the penalties, we've seen a lot of athletic plays by both teams. Both teams have made some defensive stops, and both teams have made some offensive plays so far. And, we have 4 touchdowns here in the first half.
It's been a great game. It's been a very evenly matched game, and it's a true chess match. And it'll be interesting to see who makes the better plays as the second half, starts in about 4.5 minutes left in the first half. But it'll be interesting to see what shakes out for the rest of the second quarter.
Yeah, and, the Huskies are looking to take the lead here. And, of course, the Hillbillies don't want that to happen and want to settle in and get a stop here. You got a little change. You got Whitfield in at safety. Simon Davis moved up to outside linebacker. Micah Davis is in at inside linebacker. I don't know if Sam Azra is hurt. Silva's play action pass looking deep. Great coverage there. Jamison Quinn. And Silva's had nowhere to go with that ball at all.
I think just having Whitfield back there at safety makes Silvis a little bit nervous. You got to understand where the man is because he's so athletic and so quick and covers so much ground that these other kids just can't cover. That I think that's a wise move.
And he's 6'7", can jump out of the gym literally. In fact, that's how he broke his wrist last year on his 6 or 7 dunk in the first basketball game of the season. Fell and broke his wrist. So, yeah, he's a real threat back there without a doubt. So you have a pistol formation here, 2 backs, twins to the right. Now going up to a wing back. And Silvis is going to play action. He's under pressure once again. Right back at Quinn, and it is completed. What a ball and what a catch by Silvis, too. I believe was at 32.
Hard to see, but yes.
32, yes. That is 32 of the Olean Huskies.
Look at this
who
play.
Is Damon Leguan.
I mean, the rollout to avoid the pressure puts it right on him.
And he steps right up, and Quinn is right there with him. He's one-on-one coverage out there. And
it's great coverage.
Yeah.
Great coverage.
So a big first down for the Huskies. 4:30, clock is running in the first half, down by 1. Silvas gives it this time up the middle. Big hole. Lauder misses the tackle, and he's driven back by Devon McCall. But a nice first down, a gain by the Huskies. It's going to be gain of about 5 or 6, depending where they spot. Looks like they're going to spot it right at the 20. So that's gain of 6 yards on first down. Second down in a long 5, short 4 here. Short 5, long 4, I really should say.
Big second down.
Silvas keeps it this time. Breaks 1 tackle. McCall is there, and he's driven back by, Rodriguez is in there. Micah Davis is in there. He's going to be short of the first down. The ball did come out, but it was after forward progress stop. Good job by the officials there. Not ruling it a fumble. Completely agree. His forward progress had stopped. Ball was stripped out late. So it's going to be 3rd and about 2. 2-down territory. Ball at the 17-yard line.
It's the biggest 3rd down of the first half, Shannon.
Yeah, of the season.
Well,
sorry, it's a bad dad joke there. And it is going to be, is that a timeout? Who called that timeout? Anyone see that?
Did not.
either way, it was a timeout. See if we can see the official signal or not. So this has been an impressive drive by the Huskies. Took advantage of a couple penalties, but they've also made some real nice plays, and Silvis was the Cadillac of that.
They have kept their composure. Very impressive.
Yeah. And they seem to really be taking advantage of some one-on-one coverage out to the outside all game.
But it's been well covered.
Yeah.
Well covered.
Minus the one breakdown when Silva started to run. It has been tight coverage. You just have taller receivers out jumping, small receivers. And credit, you have two starting corners out there that first starts for both of them on varsity on defense. Ronsky played some at receiver last year as a sophomore. And now he's starting on the one side. You have Jamison Quinn on the other, who's a sophomore starting his first game. And he's battling out there. And like you said, good coverage, just getting out jumped a couple times.
And really, I don't think the kids played any games here last year, did they?
No.
They had to play on the turf, correct?
Yeah.
So this is, I don't think that we have besides Whitfield and a couple other kids that have ever played under the lights here.
Silvas keeps it. He's going to have a first down.
Oh, he ran right into Whitfield.
Yeah, he did, and he really ran over the fellow 3-year starting senior quarterback's battle there, and Silva's got the best of that one in a first and goal opportunity. Ball's going to be right at the 5-yard line, so it's first and goal, 5 yards to go, 2:40, clock is running. Fredonia has all their timeouts left, and they're going to call one right now, which isn't a bad move because you want to keep some time no matter what happens to obviously get your offense out there and score after this possession yourself.
Sure, and the beautiful thing about rotating defensive linemen is great, but when the defensive lineman has to run from the bench to the goal line in between plays, those big kids get a little winded, and then they got to defend. Yeah. They got to run stop. So look at the big boys set, and that should help them a great deal.
Absolutely, and it's harder. You don't have time possibly to sub them out either. So there's another reason to get the personnel on the field that you want. It looks like they are taking Whitfield off the field now, so they're doing more of a goal line type formation too. So, that was definitely a personnel timeout as well.
Our next winner in the Fredonia Football Boosters Raffle.
Absolutely.
Kathy Kalani. If you are here, please come to the press box to collect your prize.
Olean will first down goal to go from the 5-yard line as they look to retake the lead here. Olean with 2 touchdown passes from Martin Silvers.
So who do we get work? We got Jackson.
And right now the difference in the score.
Big shout out to our crew tonight. They've been battling hard. You got Jackson Hickey doing a great job on the camera. Cody Decker doing the scoreboard, and Chip Rewald is sweating and out of breath here, battling, running around, getting us up and running. And once again, I'm Shannon Davis, Luke Gullo. Here we go. First and goal. We're going to have a false start now against the Huskies. So first and goal is now going to be, instead of the 5, is going to be from the 10. And that changes play calling quite a bit from the Husky sideline.
It sure does. It makes me a little nervous, though, with a quarterback like Silvas. Gives him more room to shake and bake.
And absolutely, you can see it once again. That's the second time the backfield has gotten a little anxious. You can see him leaning forward there. Looks like he was going to be a lead blocker on that play and looking to go at Matt Lotter and others, and just got a little too anxious, and it cost his team 5 yards. So now, you're obviously looking. Oh, it's going to be. It's a sideline warning. I don't think it's going to be.
He threw the flag. I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah, well, I think they got a warning this time. Coaches have to be so far back,
sure,
and they can't go past a certain yard line. Last year they gave a lot more freedom trying to spread the kids out more, But it looks like this year they're right back, and you can see our kids bunch up right around the 25-yard line. And, you know, as a coach, been there, done that. You get anxious. You're walking out on the court, walking out on the field, Luke, and, you know, the officials gave them a warning. And the more you chirp at officials, you're doing that, the more likely you're going to get that warning, too.
Yeah, you're never going to win that argument.
Silvis is hands it off, run to the outside, and he is driven back. Devon McCall and Alex Paluk in on that tackle. So it's going to be 2nd down and goal. Let's see where they spot that. Gain of close to 4 yards. It looks like their point of the ball might be on that 6-yard line.
Great tackle. Great gang tackle on the end.
Yeah, that was a good hard run as well by the Huskies. Hit that hole off tackle hard. All right, Silvis has a back on each side of him this time. Twins to the left side. Student section starting to get in this game. 140, and is it going to be delay a game? It's another pre-snap false start. How many false starts have we seen from both teams tonight, Luke? And those are killers.
The jitters are upon us, Shannon. The jitters are upon us.
Absolutely, and you know, this year, in case the spectators don't know, the state, and honestly I have no idea why they would do this, the season started 1 week later, eliminated any scrimmage, and so the coaches really had 2 weeks to prepare for this game, you know, of practice. That's 10, 11 practices you have to get ready for a game. So you got conditioning issues, you have preparation issues, you know, jitter issues, where you don't get that out in a scrimmage, and we're seeing the effects of that tonight. Silvis is rolling to his right. Pass is thrown and incomplete, and he had another wide open receiver. Another breakdown in coverage. Not sure who should have been with that. It's a break for the Hillbillies. You know, if it wasn't for that pass pressure, that could have been an easy touchdown.
And I believe that was Nick Whitfield in.
Yes, he's
returning the favor from a player goal. Well, no.
No, Whitfield was in, and he's jumping, but he definitely got hit from the back side there. Not sure who that was, but Riley Silva was on all sorts of pressure. 3rd and goal from the 11. 2 false start penalties have really derailed this drive at this point, but they still have 2 downs to go to try to take the lead. And another timeout. Huskies, 1:09 remaining in the first half. Both teams recognize the importance of these next 2 downs.
What a big series, you know, and to not have any scrimmages, to come in here with so many young kids on the Olean side. The Fredonia side is having problems with their organization without a scrimmage. Olean, much younger, still figuring things out, and that's when it shows. You know, when the heat gets turned up is when the butter melts, and it's a, you know, saying as true as time that this is why we play these games. This is why we practice so hard and have scrimmages and multiple scrimmages to put kids in these pressure situations.
Absolutely, but nice job by Coach Vecchio to recognize his team's not ready for that play. You don't want another false start. You don't want a turnover. You don't want a mistake on that play. So let's call timeout. Let's not take them into the first half, and let's do what we want to do. Call the play we want to play and make sure this whole team's on the same page.
No doubt. Coach Vecchio puts in a lot of time, and he's done a remarkable job in his tenure at Olean.
All right, so following this timeout, it will be there's 1:09 remaining in the first half, as you can see. Fredonia is up 14-13. Olean is threatening to take the halftime lead, but they got down to 1st and goal at the 5 and had 2 false start penalties. So now it is 3rd down and goal with 11 to go, 1:09. And here we go. Silvis, twins to each side, 1 back. Looks like Lauder is coming, and he is. Rolling to his left, right towards Whitfield. And Whitfield is there. Ball is loose. No, they're saying he's down. They're saying he's down, so there's no fumble, and there is another flag late after the play. So that would be, if that's against Fredonia, and it is, Another unsportsmanlike penalty against Fredonia, and that's going to be an automatic first down, I believe, with 55 seconds remaining in the half. And that would be a terrible penalty there. So let's see, that half the distance from the spot. Not sure where this ball is going to mark, but oh my gosh, the undisciplined play here and the emotional play by the Hillbillies. I mean, honestly, it gets to be downright selfish at times.
It does indeed, and you know, this is the time for the Fredonia assistant coaches to step up and get the players under control. As the coach at Dunkirk High School basketball for the boys, I have a great assistant coach, Mr. Joe Pucciarelli, and he would stand up and take care of all of these types of situations, and it's just such an asset to have a staff, and this is the time for the Fredonia staff to get the kids under control and let Coach Sherlock coach.
Yeah, and the coaches too, you know, football is a different animal. It brings out the best and the worst of us as players and coaches. Been there, done that. And there's discussion over here, and I'm interested to see if this is going to mean an automatic first down or not. And right now on the box, it says fourth down, so it doesn't look like it is, which, you know, sometimes these rules are screwy. You would think you get unsportsmanlike penalty, it'd be a first down, but apparently not. So that is a break for Fredonia. So it'll be 4th and goal. The ball's right around the 7-yard line. So 7 yards to go. Silvis takes the snap, dropping back to throw, and the pass is broken up by Simon Davis. They're incomplete, and what a big stand for the Huskies, or for the Hillbillies, excuse me, with 39 seconds left. With all that drama and mistakes and bad penalties, the Hillbillies hold.
Wow, just wow. What a great turn of events for Fredonia. They've got to be pretty happy with that.
So now what do you do? I mean, you got literally 93 yards to go with 39 seconds. I think you got to take a knee here and go into halftime with the lead. But you never know. You got a rocket arm with the Hillbillies and a lot of fast receivers out there. But you can see the Olean defense dropping way back.
It's a gamble.
They're taking a knee. It's not from under. Oh, and there's going to be another penalty. I think the Hillbillies had too many men in the huddle. You saw Micah Davis running off the field late. And let's see if that is the call. Yeah. Okay, so I believe that would mean too many men in the huddle, that little formation touching his chest, that signal there. You can't have 12 guys in the huddle. Davis came off late. Not sure if he didn't realize that it was, turnover and downs or what, because he hasn't been on offense all day. But let's see if that changes Palvino and the Hillbilly coaching staff's play calling here. Now Whitfield will take the snap in his own end zone. Any holding penalty from the end zone or whatever is a safety, so it is a big risk here. Motion here, and they are going to give it to Ronsky on the motion. He's going to try to turn the corner. He does. They're going to be tackled right around the 12-yard line. Gives a little bit of room, excuse me.
A couple nice moves by Ronsky.
No timeout called. It looks like we have Fredonia with 2 timeouts left. I don't know if that's official or not, but they're right to the line of scrimmage quickly, as they can do. Whitfield's back, got a little bit more room now, a lot more option. He's looking to his right, throws to Ronsky, but great coverage there. And it looks like another flag late. Let's see, that was Farnham blocking out there. No, was that Farnham? I think that is Sean Farnham out there. Had his guy down to the ground blocking.
Yeah.
Another personal foul against Fredonia. At this point now, with 5 seconds left, I guess you could throw one deep maybe, but the last thing you want to do is take a safety. No, that was against Izzy Rodriguez, sorry. You know, Jaden Whitfield just came in for him. And again, you know, like you said, the coaching staff really has to have a long talk with their team about discipline, because discipline has really hurt the Hillbillies so far in this game. Clock is running. Are they, you know, no, they're not even going to get a play off, and that'll be the end of the half. And with this score, Fredonia 14, Olean Huskies 13. Fredonia ekes out the lead here. But wow, what an action-packed first half we had going, and Huskies really threatened to take the lead at the end.
Overall, a great half. You know, both teams, lots of rust, and the second half is going to tell the tale.
Yeah, and you know, the key, Silvis, for the Huskies has to keep making plays like he did the first half, and really I think Fredonia might be the key to second half is get their emotions under control.
Sure.
Because they a lot of mental and emotional mistakes so far. But with that, I think we'll take a break here. We'll be back towards the end of the first half and do a little run through some stats, maybe? Do we have any stats?
Perhaps.
See if we can get some stats, and you know, we'll talk about our keys for the second half. Again, I'm Shannon Davis. We got Luke Gullo here to my right. Get in there, Luke. And we'll be back with you in just a few minutes, folks. In just a few minutes, folks. Are we on? All right, folks, we are back here. I am Shannon Davis. Alongside of me is Luke Gullo, and we have quite the battle here at the Orange Bowl for the Fredonia Hillbillies season opener against the Olean Huskies. It's 14-13. I think the Hillbillies are getting a little bit more than what they expected going into this game.
It's great to see a great football game. I mean, this is what we've been looking for. It's been competitive. Both teams have had several miscues. Unfortunately for Fredonia, they've had more than 2 personal fouls, and that's proven to be costly, but it hasn't hurt them on the scoreboard yet.
Not yet, but you know that undisciplined play really has been a major factor in a drive killer in this game, along with not only personal fouls but the false starts. And really both teams have suffered from those false starts in the first half, and it killed really 2 drives. First, Fredonia down to our left going towards the new Fredonia Beaver Club scoreboard. And then the Hillbillies at the end of the half there, they kind of blew it and had 2 false starts after having first and goal at the 5 and couldn't take the lead there. So that's really been one of the big differences here. I think we have a little bit of stats for us, nothing official here, but it looks like we have Nick Whitfield about 18 yards rushing, 98 yards passing.
And Matt Lauder, 9 attempts for around 41 yards.
Okay, so Lauder has about 41 yards, possibly on pace could get close to a 100-yard rushing game there. You would think you might see some more of him because really the Huskies had the ball a lot of that second quarter, and sometimes that's your best defense too, keeping the ball out of that Fredonia Hillbilly offensive hands.
So true, and we learned that number 14 is Jamison Pittman for the Olean Huskies. He was their top running back behind Silvis, who had a number of yards himself.
Yeah, he had a real nice first half, and unfortunately wasn't on the roster, so we apologize. We weren't getting his name out there. So, Luke, what, in your opinion here, from the Fredonia Hillbilly side point of view, what do they have to do to hold on this 1-point lead? You know, and they're kicking off to start second half too. Hold on this 1-point lead and get a season-opening win like they kind of expected going into the game.
Yeah, the first drive for each team is going to tell a lot, and how well teams deal with the pressure of halftime, how well they come out of halftime. We'll be able to see which team comes out. What the coaches have coached up at halftime. That's one of the best things where you can kind of tell how a team's going to be. It is the first game without any scrimmages, but that's true for both teams. So now we'll see how both teams react. Fredonia, however, has more returning players than Olean from last year, so they should, in theory, be the more polished team. In the second half, they get a chance to prove that.
Yeah, you know, and if you take a look out here, Luke, I mean, this is an outstanding-looking crowd. We got a lot, the first game in Fredonia Orange Bowl in 2 years, really, because there was no football last fall, as we know. And last spring, we played Fredonia at Silver Creek, also all played in Dunkirk on the turf because it was spring football and the field conditions and so on. So this is the first game in the Orange Bowl in almost 2 years, so there's a lot of emotions there. If you're the Huskies, Silvis is the key, right? I mean, he is the big playmaker. You've seen him on the ground. You see him scrambling around and making some real key passes under some tough circumstances.
No doubt. I mean, he is an absolute stud football player, stud athlete, just tremendous. They go as he goes, and Jamison Pittman is a fine running back, and their line at times has done a really good job. So it'll be interesting to see the first drive of each team, and to see who continues to make mistakes and to see who can get over the mistakes that they made in the first half first in the second half.
Yeah, and I think you're absolutely right and on to something here. Fredonia needs to be controlled aggressive, right? You want your players out there flying around and being aggressive, but not to the point where you're getting false start penalties, and definitely not to the point that you're getting at least 3 unsportsmanlike penalties, including a sideline warning as well. So the coaching staff and the players need to do a little bit better job of controlling their emotions and taking it to the Huskies. They should be able to gain control of this game. We said that in the beginning. They're outsizing the Olean line, and number-wise, they have a lot more linemen that they're rolling through out there. So conditioning should be a factor in this game. Let's see if it is or if it isn't.
It should be interesting. One thing to note, though, and I realize I'm a basketball coach and not a football coach, but when those defensive linemen have to sprint in between plays, I think that's a detriment to them over time because those guys are not built to do the 40-yard dash. They're built to do 3 pounds in dust, 3 pounds in dust, 3 yards in dust. And I think that's very interesting, because they're not doing it on a dead ball, and the clock runs so much more in high school football than in professional football.
And honestly, it's a great point as a former receiver. I used to have to run plays on the field all the time. People are like, why are you tired? I'm sprinting on and off the field getting those calls, and it does. And so a bigger guy, yeah, you're right, that can be exhausting, really. So here we go. Fredonia is kicking off. Saltabone is kicking off. We have 14, which you said was who again?
Jamison Pittman.
Jamison Pittman. And Silvis is back. He's actually calling for the ball, but it's going to Pittman right around the 17-yard line. He's got a big lane up the middle. One guy to beat. That's Saltabone. The kicker slows him down enough. And he is going to be tackled from behind finally. Let's see who's hustling down there making that tackle. That might have been Lemke. I'm trying to get a number, and I hate reading our numbers there.
Yeah, it's hard to see. Maybe we can see it on the replay.
But that was a great running lane, and Saltabone did a great job. Here it is right now. See if we can see him getting up. Hustle for, yeah, that is Lemke hustling down the field there, making a touchdown-saving tackle. So good job by the special team player of Fredonia to save that touchdown. But what a start for the Huskies.
Oh, boy, Saltabone just saved a touchdown. Lemke never gave up. The thing you can't teach kids, just never give up.
Yeah, you can't teach hustle and heart, and Lemke definitely showed it there. So let's see how this Hillbilly defense can now react. They're once again, the Huskies are threatening to take the lead. One in the red zone, second time in a row in 2 possessions. Silvis has taken the snap, one back to his right. And he is going to keep it himself, bounces to the outside. That's great defense there. That's team defense, pursuit, and containment. So real nice job there by the Hillbillies.
It was great. Matt Lauder didn't get the tackle, but he made him go back inside, and then his buddies came to clean it up. What an impressive, or maybe that was Pollock. It was an interesting play. They kept containment.
Right, and that's what containment is. A lot of times you don't make the tackle, but you cause the tackle to be made. You have to be disciplined and unselfish. You're not looking for your own stats there. You're looking to do a job so your 10 teammates can swarm to the ball like the Hillbillies just did, and that was a good start. Second down and a long 9 for the Huskies. Ball at right around the 15-yard line. Silvis' option play this time. Oh, big hit! Who was that? That's a big hit for a loss there, I believe. Let's see if we see that replay or no. Okay, here it is. That was great closing speed by the Hillbilly defender there. And that's Micah Davis. I honestly did not know that. I really didn't. But that was great closing speed there.
It was great closing speed.
A nice job causing it. That's the first option play they've really seen there. So 3rd and long here. Loss of 2 on the play. Hitch pass out wide, and once again, you got Simon Davis, you got Devon McCall, you have Nick Whitfield, all in there. And look we talked about the whistle blew. What did they do? They stopped playing. They did not want to get that unsportsmanlike penalty there. So that's another loss of 3 to 4 yards, bringing up 4th and about 14 for the Huskies. And let's see if that defense can hold. So what are you thinking here that the Huskies are going to call? Obviously, ball's going to be in Silva's hands. He's going to be scrambling around. Can that secondary stay on their man while Silvis is running around and make a play here. Here we go. Could this be a huge stand for the Hillbillies?
Silvis has got to create something. He's got to avoid the pressure. Fredonia has Whitfield playing end now. That's something Silvis got to think about.
Silvis drops back. Here comes the pressure from Whitfield. And it's a sack between Whitfield and big number 75, Sean Farnham. And what a stop for the Hillbillies.
Great play, great play. Whitfield did not let him get outside, and big Sean Farnham cleaned it up.
Absolutely. And wow, we talked about making plays in emotion, and here it comes. The sandwich there, and Farnham finishing it off. But, you had a return into the 15-yard line, and they gave up one positive play for a yard, and the other 3 were all negative, and Hillbilly offense now gets the ball not too bad of position at the 25. So it was a net loss of 10 yards for the Husky offense. So that's a huge stand, the biggest stand of the game so far for the Hillbillies. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. You got single coverage out here to the right to Simon Davis. Oh, no, sorry. There's a receiver coming in late. And they give it to Lauder. Big running lane there, and defender just bouncing off Lauder. Nice hole on the right side. We got a great angle of that. Jackson Hickey on the camera. Once again, great job there. And we have a hurt player here for the Huskies. Official timeout. And there's the leader, Silvis, running over to check out his teammate. Okay. You love to see those type of things. So, following this injury timeout, but that looks like it was about a 7-yard gain by Lauder, Luke. And that's right where the offense needs to start, wants to start there. 2nd and 3, you can call any play you want at this point, and that's a real advantage for the offense to be ahead of those chains.
It's interesting. It looks like Olean went man-to-man on the outside for everybody, and it's just spread everybody out so much that Lauder had one last guy to have to get by.
Yeah, absolutely. And bring up man-to-man, too. We really haven't seen a pass downfield. You get on that single coverage here, maybe on 2nd and 3, you take a shot here and see if you can get something big, and then come back, get the first down, 3rd and 3. On the other hand, they are in their own territory, so you might want to just keep pounding the ball. But that's the advantage. Well, you have options.
And the biggest thing about high school sports, the beautiful thing about high school football, kids playing both ways. Whitfield makes a huge tackle on defense, gets the blood flowing. Now he gets to be quarterback on offense. I mean, that's every kid's dream.
Yeah.
So maybe he's ready to roll, and the passes are going to be on target and hit people between the numbers. And what a difference that'll make.
Okay, it looks like that's number 10 of the Huskies, limping off the field, not putting a lot of weight on his right leg there. Not sure if that's a knee or an ankle twist, but that's Ryan Eisenberg, sophomore. I hope he's okay. It's the last thing you want to see from either team is any injuries. So you got a bubble screen look here. You got receivers stacked on both sides. I don't think we've seen that look yet. But my guess is this is either going to be a Whitfield keeper or handoff to Lauder right up the middle, and it is Lauder right up the middle, and it's going to be a Fredonia first down, moving those chains. And that call makes sense to me, Luke. We talk about taking a shot downfield. Maybe if they're on the other side of 50, you might do that when you're in 4-down territory. But the last thing you want to do is 3rd down and get in a forced running situation and not get the first there. So good call by Coach Palvino.
Oh, that's championship football. Taking what the other team gives you and doing it and being able to execute it. And that's something Fredonia's done a better job today than they did last season. Taking what they give you.
Absolutely. This time it's going to be Whitfield on the keeper, and he gets tackled from behind. That's great pressure there.
Jamison Pittman.
That's our man Pittman, who's had a heck of a game along with Silvis for the Huskies. But it looked like he came in from, I think he came in from the left and outside possession and pursue for the backside. So that's one of those situations. Okay, if you're crashing that end, what's the counter you have as an offense to catch him crashing that end from the outside linebacker? Yep. Okay, we have single coverage again here. We haven't seen him take advantage. They are looking, but it swings past the Lauder. Breaks
great move.
Tackle from 2, but a good pursuit there. You know, again, he beat 2 guys, so that was a nice cut by Lauder, which, as you point out, we didn't see a lot of last year. But again, Pittman there had a great pursuit from behind to make a tackle and stop him short of the first down.
Last year, Lauder would have tried to run through those 2 kids. This year, he went right around them, and what a beautiful play.
Yeah, and really probably would have been no gain or a loss on the play, turned into a positive 3-yard completion. Trips left. 1 receiver to the right. Whitfield takes it. He's looking to the left again. He's looking for Ethan Fry, and it is intercepted. Fry makes a tackle immediately. That is number 21. And we've said Cade Anastasia a few times tonight, too. The junior DB coming up with a big pick. So 2 big defensive stands, and he was looking that way the whole time and threw it right into coverage and no chance.
It's a tough play. I mean, it's a glorified punt, right, at this level, even though, you know,
Sure.
they didn't want to, but at least they didn't give it up in their own end. They took a shot. The ball might have been placed slightly on the wrong side. Should have been on the outside side, but that's a heck of a throw.
Yeah, no, it's a good throw. You talk maybe more about the read. Maybe he was never open, you know, looking at single coverage, the opposite side, things like that. But it doesn't kill them. You're right. It's not at their own 20 or something. It is a glorified punt. Now Huskies had the ball. 1st and 10 at their own, let's see, around the 27, 28-yard line.
Fredonia still has Whitfield playing end.
Silvis drops back for the pass. He completes it. And that's going to be a first down.
That was on a rope.
Yes, it was.
That was a great pass.
Completed to number 87. I don't think he had any choice but to catch that. It was like stuck in his gut. It was a rocket. That is Maddox Windus, the senior wide receiver. So it went from the 28, 38 to, that's about a 15-yard catch for Windus. And a good start for the Huskies here. And that was a quick pass, too. You know, we talked about saw the pass pressure last possession. And, Silvis and Coach Vecchio realized, hey, we need to get the ball out of Silvis' hand a little quicker, and they executed perfectly.
Olean it's taken a long time. The referee's got his hand up. They got to get this play off. They're going to get a delay of game.
Yeah, you're absolutely good call, and he's counting. That's 5-4, and it's going to be a timeout, and that could be huge. Good notice there, Luke. That could be huge going in the second half, a tight game to waste a timeout on 1st and 10 at their 15-yard completion.
Yeah, it's surprising with a 3-year starter, you know, just like Whitfield's having a few troubles today, Silvis the same. You know, these kids haven't played a lot of high-pressure football. No scrimmages, that's a detriment to them.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, 2 weeks of practice, 10, 11 practices, sure. You're out here playing. You have some confusion. You know, and you look at, yeah, it's a wasted timeout, but it's better than a negative play or a false start or a turnover, even worse if you're from the Huskies' point of view. So we have a defensive change in the secondary, too. We talked about Whitfield going in at end. Right now, you got Keegan Whitfield in at right corner where Brandon Ronsky was playing in the first half. I don't know if that's because of injury or just giving him a break or just a defensive change here. One back, twins to both sides. Silvis back, take the step, dropping for a pass play, going deep against Keegan Whitfield. And Keegan Whitfield, the last second, makes a great play, knocking that away. I honestly thought he made a mistake by turning away from the ball, but he really recovered and made a great play there.
That was a fine play. Keegan stayed with his man, turned his back a little bit, but covering his man's probably more important than that place, and did a nice job. Silvas actually hit Whitfield in the back with the ball.
Yeah. And again, it was a good ball, and it was good coverage. And these corners, the coaches are asking a lot out of them today. Keegan, it's his first real varsity game himself, so they're real young on the outside, and they're answering right now. 2nd down and 10. Silvas, bad snap, drops it, grabs it, and is able to break it outside, and he is going to get a 1st down after dropping the snap.
Wow, that's just pure athleticism. He ran away from Whitfield that time, ran the other way, and ran to daylight.
Yeah, and let's watch the end here. A lot of times when there's a drop snap like that, you give up containment, and actually
they kept containment.
Yeah, they did, and then he just bounced it to the outside there. Very elusive run there. Nice sidestep, bouncing the outside about 2-3 yards down the field. And then Brandon Ronsky is jogging on the sidelines down here, so I'm not sure if his leg issue is coming back and bothering him a little bit, or if he's cramping. I just saw him, flinch a little bit on the sideline, so we'll keep an eye on that and see if he's able to return. 1st down and 10, ball at the 45-yard line of the Hillbillies. Again, official is counting here, Luke, see if they can get it off. And they do. Run right up the middle by Pittman, but he is stuck right there. Let's see if we can get the number on that. I think that's Alex Paluk with a big hit there. Standing Pittman right up. And let's take a look at the replay of that. Nice job, Chip. That is Alex Paluk in there.
Yep.
Making a nice play, getting an assist from Matt Lauder. No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10. Pistol motion to the wing. Silva takes it, gives it right out the middle to Pittman again, and he's able to fall forward. That is Matt Lauder with the tackle, gain of 5, so it'll be 3rd down and 5 right at the 40-yard line. Yes, it is. It's a nice run there by Pittman and a nice push by that smaller offensive line.
They're getting into him. And the most interesting thing to me is that Olean is not running to the wide side of the field now with Whitfield at this end. This entire possession, they have worked everything to the right, running away from him. And that's really an interesting fact. Plus, I believe that's Sean Farnham at defensive tackle next to Whitfield.
Yeah.
And they're forcing Olean into the box.
It's a great point. Silvas is going to keep it, and he's got that right edge once again to the right side. Dragging defenders. Another nice run and a 1st down. Looks like McCall in on the tackle.
However, they are grinding it out over there.
They are. It might be something to think about. Maybe you switch Farnham to the opposite side away from Whitfield and balance that attack a little bit, because they are running away from those two time and time again.
Either they're setting them up for a big, student body left, or they're just they're admiring their talent and taking greener fields to the right.
This time they do come to the left, and there's nothing there. Containment and the tackle by Matt Lauder for a loss, but Whitfield definitely kept containment on that play.
He sure did.
And dragged it out, and the linebacker pursued from behind, as you're about to see. So, you've been talking about it, Luke. They're having a lot more success on the right than the left. It's a good job by Whitfield and Matt Lauder in there making the tackle for a loss. And that's one of those plays that doesn't show up on the stat sheet for Whitfield. But without that containment, Lauder isn't able to come from the inside and make that tackle.
No doubt about it.
Loss of 3, second down and 13. No, they're not moving Whitfield to the wide side. You got motion coming across Pittman. Fake to him. Silvis dropping back. Can't find anyone. Under pressure. Sean Farnham gets him again. The big fella's having a heck of a night. Oh, that might not have been a Farman. Let's watch that in replay. Let's see here. You know, good downfield coverage, though. You had nowhere to go. Oh, that's Dylan Skelly in there on the tackle. Sack.
Relentless pursuit by
that
Skelly.
That boy, Dylan Skelly, who didn't play last spring.
Oh, really?
All right, so he's back out here and making a difference. 3rd and 16 now. Ball at the Hillbilly 35-yard line. You know, McCall is dropping down 2 safeties. 2 deep safeties now, so you're more in a cover 4. Here, giving those corners a little bit more help. Silvis is dropping back, pump fake, you got a screen, and Whitfield almost had a pick 6 there. If he catches that pass, he is gone. But now it's 4th down and 16. Great read by Whitfield. And here it is on replay. I like the idea here, but not against Whitfield. And he catches that 9 times out of 10, too.
No doubt.
What a
no
read.
Doubt.
Silvis kind of just turned it through that blindly.
It would have been time for Silvis to engage Whit and then throw it over his head or around him or try to.
Yeah.
But he tried to get rid of it pretty quick. But with big people inside like Skelly and Farnham, you know, every play landing on top of him, I could see why he wanted to get rid of that ball quicker.
So you got Jaden Whitfield in the middle now, and I believe that's Owen Rush trying to create fresh pass rush. Silva's dropping back, rolling to his right, looking. It's caught.
Wow, if that's a catch, that's a great play.
But is he short of the sticks, though? I think he's out of bounds. Yeah, he's going to be short. Yeah, so he's short. Let's take a look here. You know, that's honestly, you hate to say something negative on that play, but that's a bad route by the receiver.
Right.
He's got to know those chains, and he goes out of bounds. And luckily there, didn't get a penalty on that late. I mean, that would have been a tough penalty, but that was technically a late hit. But that is, Huskies come up short, and a big stop by the Hillbillies now. So 3 good defensive stands, and let's see what offense is going to score first with only 1:01 remaining in the 3rd quarter here in the 2nd half.
Well, it's been the most exciting a quarter could be without a score.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Now Fredonia's having a delay getting the play in.
Yeah, and you're right, and you see a lot of frustration here with the receivers down on the right side, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's Simon Davis screaming at his coaches, and that's not like him. He's not happy with that, and he's pleading with officials. You can see that over and over. So I don't know what was going on there, but I saw that a little earlier too, and you know, every receiver wants the ball. He hasn't a target yet, but he's not happy, whatever was going on out there.
Well, I think if Simon has something to say, I think the coaches realize that it's probably something important because, you know, he chooses his spots well.
Yeah, he's definitely less vocal of the 2 brothers. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, well.
So Fredonia now, we talked about earlier Olean having the wasted timeout. And now Fredonia really, I mean, it's 1st down and 10, had the wasted timeout to get a play in. And nothing frustrates Coach Sherlock more. I talked to him about that, getting delayed games when you're running a hurry-up offense or having to waste a timeout, making a call. It looks like Ronski is back in the game here.
No, they're doing that too wide.
So a lot of times, you know, you're doing a bubble screen here, hitting the receiver on the hitch, and you got the lead receiver blocking. But this time they're giving it to Lauder again. 1 cut, driving forward. Good gain on 1st down.
A lot of times that play is just setting up the outside play too to see how Olean will defend those 2 receivers. And if Olean keeps the 2nd cornerback creeping in towards the line, I wouldn't be surprised if the 2 receivers run a crossing pattern or an X right in front of each other and one goes deep and one stays shallow.
Absolutely, and you widen that, you know, when you do that, you're taking those slot defenders out of the middle for run plays. Lauder just bowls over there, but he is going to be short of the first down. He's out to right around the 30. The 30 is the spot, let's see, and it is basically on the 30-yard line. So you're looking third down and about 2 here. And this is a big first down for the Hillbillies. The last thing they want to do is punt from their own end of the field right now and give the ball right back to the Huskies, who the last 2 quarters have dominated time of possession. And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. No score here, Luke. So it remains Fredonia 14, Olean 13. It was 2 Olean possessions and 1 Fredonia possession. Olean drove down, got into the red zone, close to the red zone twice, but could not score. 3 consecutive drives now, if you think about the end of the first half, too. But this is a dangerous way to live if you're the Hillbillies.
It definitely is. They held Lauder to 15 yards rushing that quarter. Lauder also had 4 yards receiving that quarter. So that's a big plus. Whitfield did not break off any big runs. That's kind of the difference. A couple missed throws, and that's where we're at.
Yeah, absolutely. The Huskies have really come to play tonight on the road. A long drive for their home opener. And they're giving everything the Hillbillies can handle and then some right now. Only down by 1. Really, an missed extra point is really the only difference right now in the game.
Yeah, big shout out too. Olean even brought the cheerleaders tonight, Shannon. You know, so many schools don't travel with a cheer crew anymore, and Olean's done that for a number of years.
Yeah, and that's a great point. It's kind of weird to me that the teams and schools don't do that more. But here we go. You know, we got 3rd and 2. First play of the 4th quarter. Hillbillies up by 1, and they really want to get this first down right now and keep those chains moving. And really, you want to score here and at least go maybe even up by 8 or 9 if you go by 2, which would be 2 scores would be a real climb for the Huskies. So let's see if they can. Starts right here with a big first down conversion.
Really, Fredonia needs to not hurt themselves by getting everything in, getting everything run on time. That'll be a positive quarter if they can do that.
They give it to Lauder, and I believe he's going to have a first down. And based on the spot, he does. So that's a nice push by the offensive line, and equally even better hard running by Lauder.
Tough running by Matt Lauder. It's going to be interesting to see how the 4th quarter goes if he wears down that defense.
Yeah,
Olean with a smaller roster than Fredonia. This is the quarter where that's going to make a difference.
And they're going right back to Lauder. Spins off, not a lot there. It's a nice play by 72 of Olean, knocking Lauder off his feet there, which is no small task. That's our 72, sorry. That is Devin Kays. He's a senior D lineman, listed at 240 pounds. Used every pound he had there. Again, nice pursuit there from the backside by number 15 of the Huskies. Lauder on the carry. But not a lot there. It's that backside pursuit that's been killing Fredonia in a lot of these run plays. So it's 3rd and long for the Hillbillies.
Fredonia's going to a play on their wristband now, so this should be interesting.
Empty backfield, trips right, twins left. Look for the Huskies maybe to bring some pressure here. They don't. Whitfield scrambling. He hits Devon McCall, and he's going to be able to get that first down. Nice job by McCall putting his shoulder down and running over his defender to make sure he got that first on this little quick pass play.
One interesting thing, Whitfield did not attempt a rush in the 3rd quarter, Shannon.
Yeah,
it's an interesting stat.
So here's another interesting. Lauder just came off the field for the first time in offense, and it looks like he's a little shooken up down low. Micah Davis in the backfield for the first time tonight. Let's see if that changes play calling here at all, and it does, going right to the pass. Lauder's got all the time in the world, steps up, hits Ethan Fry, his first completion, and it's going to be another first down for the Hillbillies, tackled right around the 32-yard line. Lauder stays on the sideline here.
Once again, Whitfield took the open receiver. He checked everybody down, got to his open man who was wide open, and hit him in the numbers.
Micah Davis gets his first carry here. Hits a hole quickly. A nice positive gain. Great job by the left side of the line there.
Yeah, Micah Davis with a nice little run. Quick to the hole. Different style than Lauder.
Yeah, gain of about 8 on the play for Davis. Davis is to Whitfield's right this time. Go right back to Davis, and he's met in the backfield this time. Number 60, or is that 56 or 65?
Looks like 65.
Yeah.
It's a little bunched up.
He with Jaden, oh, that's a name and a half. Plays Juski. Sorry, I apologize. I'm sure I butchered that. But he did a nice job shredding his defender, and he was standing there waiting for Davis on that play.
Yep, he was in the backfield before Micah got the ball.
3rd and maybe 1, short 2. Lauder is back in the field. Whitfield keeps it, is going to get a first down for the Hillbillies.
Big run for Whitfield. First run, I believe, that he's had in the second half. They needed it, and he got it.
I think you're right. Whitfield's one hand is under pressure, and he drops it, and Olean is going to recover, and that's literally a fumble that was not forced there by Whitfield. If you look at here, he makes a nice job catching the snap, but he's not protecting the ball, holding it with one hand, and it cost the Hillbillies on a big fumble. Here he goes, rolling out wide, and it just bounces right off his thigh and drops loose. And Johnny on the spot there, number 12 of the Huskies, able to recover it. And a big turnover for the Hillbillies, and it's the second turnover of the half by the Hillbillies.
Yeah, those are the things, you know, the game goes on, a few big hits. He ran up the middle the prior play, had his head down, went into the pile. It's, you know, it wears it. You forget that these kids are kids.
Absolutely. So now the defense of the Hillbillies have been on the field for the last 2.5 quarters. And a tremendous amount of time needs to come up with another stop. Only up by 1, 19 remaining in the contest.
They have Pittman in the backfield now.
Trips right, lone receiver to the left, rolling to the right. Silvas is going back to the left side though. Oh, just missed his man, number 32. And if he caught that in stride, Damon Liguori might have broke it and gone the distance.
Yeah, he was there. It's one of the few throws that Riley has missed tonight for the Olean Huskies.
You know, that's a nice setup. You got trips to the right. Silva starts rolling to the right, plants and throws on the backside post, drawing the safety. Davis is drawn over to the triple coverage and rolling to the right and leaving that corner, Keegan Whitfield, all by himself from the backside. Let's see if they come back to that play later on. Twins of both sides. Silva's taking once again, rolling to his right. This time he's looking to his right. A wide open receiver. There's a block in the back. But that's going to come back. I think there's a legal block, maybe a block in the back or holding here against the corner. Devon McCall out wide.
No, I think it's on Olean.
Yeah, it's going to be not. Sorry, I meant he was blocking him in the back. Right there. Yep, that push in the back against Jamison Quinn there. He got caught there, and that's going to take that from the spot of the foul, though. So they may still gain a few yards on this play, but a lot less damage than the initial play result.
Sure, and one thing to keep in mind, too, this is the first game of the year for the officials.
Yeah.
You know, without any scrimmages, you know, they have to think about, you know, and they're not the, some of them are not the youngest of men out there. So just to be moving around with this late at night, you know, you got to remember their people.
I promise I will not tell Chad you said that.
Oh, I will tell Chad I said that.
So, yeah, they gain 3 to 4 yards because it's a spot from the spot of the foul. But again, it's still a big loss. The ball was out to the Hillbilly 45-yard line on the play. Silvis once again in a pistol formation here. And he's going to give it to the deep back. Big running lane.
Good run by Pittman. Fredonia continues to shuffle in guys on defense.
Which was their game plan coming in, and I think it's the right game plan. And it's, you know, sometimes you get caught up in emotions and get away from your game plan. So to their credit, they're keeping guys fresh on that D-line, even switching some linebackers. And, you know, you saw Davis in at running back for Lauder, letting him get a breather. And let's see if that'll pay off here as the game gets close to the end and fatigue is going to start to settle in here on these players' first game of the season. Silvis is going to keep this one. Tries breaking the outside. Whitfield's there. He breaks the initial tackle, breaks another tackle, and he is going to dive forward for a first down. Wow. That is a pure effort play there by Silvis once again, getting that first down.
That was a great run. Great run. Just pure effort.
You know, and there was some legitimate football players out there that he's breaking tackles from. Mainly, you know, you have Matt Lauder. He doesn't miss a lot of tackles or bounce off anyone.
Well, that's a beautiful thing about playing other teams, too. You know, you finally, the best kids from the Fredonia squad get to play against the best kids from the Olean squad. So it's a true one-on-one, so to speak. And, you know, it raises everybody's level of competition.
Yeah, motion here. They fake it. Silvis keeps it again. Farnham hits him right in the line of scrimmage. Silvis is able to dive forward for a gain of 1 to 2 yards here. Let's see where they put the spot. Yeah, a gain of about 2. Second down and 8. Ball on the Husky 48-yard line, and that clock is running here. This is a huge possession for both teams. You know, 5:30 remaining. Huskies down by 1. If they don't score in this drive, they're in big trouble. And the way this drive's going, if they do score, the Hillbillies are in big trouble because there's not going to be much time left on the clock.
This is the drive.
The drive. Let's see who's going to make the next big play here. Faking, going deep. Coverage, and no, incomplete. Keegan Whitfield does a great job on coverage, but just can't quite come up with it. Let's see it again. I thought he had it at first, Luke, but I think that ball did come out and touch the ground. Let's see on the replay. Yeah, I think that might have come out. Whitfield wanted it bad, but yeah, nice coverage.
The official was right on the spot, so good call.
And you talk about official conditioning, it's a good job getting down there and so we have fans asking, did he catch that? Did he catch that? No, I don't think he did. Here we go, another big play. It's 3rd and 8, and I mean, what do you do here if you're the Huskies and you don't get this first down? Do you punt or do you go for it in 4th down? Hopefully, for the Hillbilly point of view, we get to find out. 3rd and 8. Silvas has one back to his left, and that's Pittman. Silvas takes his rolling to his right, looking. Pass is deflected again. And I believe that's Keegan Whitfield in back-to-back plays, knocking the ball down. And he is excited about that as well. He should be.
That was a great play.
It really was. And as you're going to see, he was a nice job breaking on this pass.
Yep.
Good closing speed. It was a good throw. But here he comes breaking up and knocking away. That would have been a first down. So what are the Huskies going to do? 4th and 8. Ball spotted at their own 46-yard line. 4:53 remaining, down by 1. And the length of this huddle is telling me they're going for it, Luke. Biggest play of the season so far.
They might go hard count, try to get an extra 5 yards out of it, see if Fredonia can hold their water, so to speak. And
absolutely, and Huskies are taking a timeout to talk about, so they'll only have one left here after that timeout. So you're not taking a timeout here to punt.
14, Olean 13, back in 30 seconds.
So yeah, Luke, I think that was a really good point you just made. You know, it's not a bad play at all. It doesn't give you a first down, but it becomes 4-3 instead of 4th and 8. Try to go a hard count. On the downside, you jump off. Now you're back to 4th and 13 yourself. But that's definitely something that coaches need to be talking about. The Fredonia players here, you know, don't jump, watch the ball, and so on. So once again, a big thank you to Jackson Hickey, Cody Decker, doing a great job on the camera and the board. Chip Rewell, thanks for all your efforts here tonight and getting us up and running and wiping the sweat off the brow. Thanks to DFT Communications for sponsoring, and thanks you, Luke, for coming and joining us tonight. I was really excited to hear you come. Our first broadcast together. I've really enjoyed it so far.
Well, thank you so much. It was great, great to be here with you, and what a great game we have in front of us.
Yeah, I mean, the way the first quarter started, I mean, there was no one scored since the first quarter. That just dawned on me as I went to say. We had 4 touchdowns in the first quarter, and, you know, defensive bend, but they haven't broke here, and let's see if the Hillbillies can do it one more time, at least anyway. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. He's rolling to his right again, and he's looking that way. Oh. That looked dangerous. He had a receiver there. Pass is incomplete, and it will be a turnover on downs against the Huskies. And now the Hillbillies will get the ball. 4:47 remaining in Husky territory. And if you're the Fredonia offense, you want to put this game away right here, right now, and drive down the field, whether you score or not. But you want to run this clock out and or score a touchdown and go up by 2 scores. And Matt Lauder is coming out of the game here again, and you know he's got to be hurting for him to do that. He hit something. Micah Davis is in the backfield, and he's going to get the carry. Breaks 1 tackle and falls forward for a nice gain on first down.
Yep.
So that's a lot of faith in the junior, first year starting on varsity, coming in and getting the ball with a game on the line.
You can see he's got 2 hands over that ball. He's been coached up. And he's got to move the chains. Lauder coming back in now for Davis.
All right, here we go. Second of about 7. And you got to imagine they're going to keep trying to run it here, keep that clock moving. Is it going to be Whitfield or is it going to be Lauder? And it is Lauder, and he gets a full head of steam going forward. And the banged up Lauder is able to pull that pile. It looks like he's going to be about a yard, half a yard short of the first down. You know, and this is, Luke, you talk about this offense. Like, you know, a lot of times you'd run a QB sneak here on 3rd and inches, right? With the Whitfield at 6'5", 200 pounds. But when you're in shotgun formation, that changes that play quite a bit.
Yeah, it's interesting they don't have a non-shotgun package just for these situations, just to get that.
Blitz is coming. Oh, Whitfield keeps it, but he falls down, and now it's going to be a loss on the play. They're going to spot it right at the 41. So that's a loss on the play. So now Hillbillies have a 4th down. And what are you doing here? Are you punting it deep? Or are you going for the win? It looks like they're going for the win. Just over 3 minutes. Oh, and he get him to jump off sides. And that's going to be right around enough for the 1st down. Going with the hard count. Whitfield, the veteran quarterback, draws Huskies offsides. And let's see if that's enough for a 1st down. Officials are looking. From this angle, it looks like it's enough. Let's see.
Looks like it's clearly enough.
And it is a 1st down for the Hillbilly. So that's a big mistake by the Huskies there.
It's a game of mistakes. It's a game of mistakes tonight, and whoever makes the fewer mistakes at the best times or the worst times.
Official timeout here. The chains haven't moved yet. I think that's what's going on. No, they singled 1st down. The chains started moving. Now they're calling for a measurement? They did single for a 1st down, right?
They did.
So how does that work? Wow. And I didn't see this, but you wonder how much those chains started to move. Although you should have that marker there. And they have it easily. And the officials, right, I wonder if the Huskies were demanding a measurement and they gave it to them. But that's real tough. If the chains start to move, that could really screw up that measurement. But good job by the chain crew and the officials over there to get that right and still have that marker where they can put it right back on the 40. I don't know if the spectators out there saw that, but there's a marker and you put it on a line, 50 or a 5-yard line or a 10-yard line, 30, 35, and that's how they mark those chains there. Lauder still in the game. Whitfield back here, and you got to imagine it's going to be a heavy dose of Lauder here with 2:35. And the clock's running, and only can't do a lot about it, Luke. They only have 1 timeout left.
Yeah, Whitfield looking at the top referee, looking for when he starts to count it down with 5 seconds. They're going to use every second of clock they can.
Yeah. Here comes the blitz, handoff to Lauder. Not a lot there. He's fighting hard for any yards he can get. Maybe 1 there. Let's see where the spot is. I think they're going to put it right at the 35. But now the clock's going to run. And this is where those 2 timeouts are really costing them big, like we talked about it earlier. Olean's calling a timeout here with 1:14 left. It's going to be 3rd and long, and that is their final timeout, though. But good job by that Olean defensive line. Obviously, they know the run's coming. You have to run the ball here. Maybe you fake and run the outside, but they slipped the last time they tried to do that. But either way, it's a really good job by the Fredonia Hillbillies and Whitfield, the senior captain out there, waiting and letting that clock run and not snapping it too early.
Yeah, they've held Lauder to 6 carries this quarter for 11 yards. So that's the D-line is doing their job.
Yeah, this Husky defense, I mean, really both defenses after the first quarter have done a really nice job and shut down 2 good offenses. As you saw in the first quarter, we had 4 touchdowns in the first quarter. Quick striking, moving the ball. but the defenses really came up on both sides. And it really, especially this Hillbilly defense, they have been on that field second, third, and most of the fourth quarter of this game.
7 down and 9 for Fredonia. The ball from the Olean 35-yard line. Just outside the 35. The second and a long 9 for the Phillies. As they try to close out this game, the Huskies have used their full complement.
So here we go. The clock will start on the snap. Whitfield still in that shotgun formation. Lauder to his right. Let's see if it's going to be Lauder, Witt, or if they're going to go to the air here. And they are going to the air, looking to the left side. He's got Ethan Fry wide open, and he dropped the ball. That would have been a game-clinching catch there, but he could not quite come up with it.
Whitfield's pass and play falls incomplete.
Ethan Fry was open on the 5-yard line. Could not.
So now you have 4th and long. I mean, it doesn't matter if you throw the ball here, the clock's going to stop on a change of possession either way. So this is a big defensive stand if you're a Husky fan. If you're a Hillbilly fan, you need one catch here for 10 yards, game over.
Question, though, even if they ran the ball, if they ran the ball last time, the clock would still be running, correct?
Absolutely it would
So,
be.
so that's an interesting play that you wouldn't just want to kill the clock by running another play, even if you can't get it. It's 2 down territory. You run, it would stop on the following play should you not get it. But 2 rushing plays to get 9 yards, it's an interesting call.
Whitfield's pass is caught by Brandon Ronski on the sidelines, and it is a Fredonia first down.
First down for Fredonia.
And great patience there by Whitfield. And Ronski is really cramping up, and he's been cramping up this whole second half. Jamison Quinn coming in here, but I don't think it's going to matter. As soon as that chain is set, they are going to start the clock, run the clock. Olean has no timeouts left, and that will do it.
Brandon Ronski coming up huge. A gain of 17 on a 4th and 18. Now Fredonia can just
They're going to take one kneel here.
Whitfield under center is going to take a knee.
And that should do it here, Luke. And Fredonia is able to hang on here, winning by a missed extra point and a hard-fought battle in the season opener against non-league Class B Olean Huskies, 14-13.
Wow, what a great game. I mean, you know, somebody had to win this game, somebody had to lose this game. And the teams that did more mistakes, sadly, that's what cost everybody. And Fredonia with a gutsy play at the end, playing with a little bit of fire, but it paid off. And hopefully, you know, they can learn from it and move forward.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you expected maybe some lower points on the board, but you got to give it to the Fredonia defense today. They were the star of the show, and maybe even opening kickoff, they ran back to the 15-yard line and able to come up with a big stop there. They had a big stop at the end of the first half, and I believe even another stop after that, they got close to the red zone. So 3 big stops deep in their own territory to hold on to that 1-point lead, and that was the real big difference in this game tonight. And it was a 14-13 final, Fredonia over Olean. Let's give a big shout out once again to Jackson Hickey, Cody Decker, Chip Rewald, Luke Gullo, Shannon Davis, to our sponsors, DFT Communications. Next week, the Fredonia Hillbillies will be on the road at Allegheny Limestone. I'm assuming we're not making that trip. No, we will not be on air next week, I don't think. I will be there either way, Chip, I'm just saying. But that is a long and difficult way to travel, and they're on the road, I think, the next 2 games for the week. But any final words here, Luke, before we go?
It was a great game. What a great night. Both teams got off to a decent start. They learned a lot about themselves, and hopefully both teams have the possibility of having a great season. So that's what you like to see.
Absolutely. And, you know, if you're a coaching staff, there's a lot of positive, especially defensively on both teams. And there was some spurts on offense, too, by both teams. So we saw some great quarterback play tonight, great line play tonight. and mix in some big plays in the secondary by both teams. So with that, final score, Fredonia 14, Olean 13. We'll be signing out here. I'm Shannon Davis.